Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashamtaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanaham Vegadantam Upasmahe Nananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatikakrutim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Krishnam Kamalapatracham Punyasravana Kirtanam Vasudevam Jagadjonim Naumi Narayanam Harim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara Vindayata Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajwalito Gnanamaya Pradipaha. We have been going on trying to get some wisdom, some knowledge, some practical experience, some strategies and some manners and some guidance in respect of life management and also successful living and fruitful living. And in that context, this Vidura Neeti also is very important because Neeti is guidance, is leadership. So actually Dhritarashtra wanted very much the advice from a great wise man like Vidura, because already Dhritarashtra complimented among all the Kuru born people, Vidura tops the list in respect of the wisdom. So that kind of compliment has been given even by Dhritarashtra to Vidura. So we are to go with the sloka number 58 of the Vidura Neeti. And I'm just reading them now. Purvam purve vayasi tat kuryat yena vruddha sukham vasetu yavajjivena tat kuryat yena pretya sukham vasetu jirnamannam rasam sandhi bharyam gatayavanam Shuram Vigat Sangramam Gataparam Tapasvinam Dhanena Dharmalabdhena Yachidram Adipa Apidhiyate Asamrutam Tat Bhavati Tatonyat Avadhiryate. So we have noted the meaning of all these three slokas in the previous session, where it is said that when the whatever good you have done during the youthful time, that will be a matter of comfort to you at the old age. For example, if your children are being well educated, or like made them very much comfortable in settlement, then ordinarily they will take care of you. Because as elders, as vruddhas, the faculties become dull, the stamina becomes weak, and the utsaham or the enthusiasm to take up things also will be dull. So, but if you have built up your yavanam time appropriately, then it is really useful. And again, he says that, so when during the whole life here, and one has to do something fruitful. Kurya ena pretya sukham vaset. If you have done some punya karmas, when once you leave your body, when your prana prayanam takes place, then there will be comfort. And again, when is annam appreciated? When the food that you have consumed becomes digested. Then similarly, when is the wife appreciated? Then the wife, when she has spent successfully her youthful time by giving birth to the children. And so the wife, the woman, has to use her yavanam appropriately, and that will be rewarding. And also a Shura who wins in the battleground, whose efforts have been crowned with success in the battle, then they are all appreciated. Something and more. Finally, so if one gets emancipation or the fruit or the benefits required due to the penance and activity, then that is also important one. And supposing anybody in the 60th stanza, he indicates that anybody were to get money from foul means, then that kind of money or wealth will not be helpful to him, and that will bring him problems. And up to that we have covered. Now we have to go with the 61 sloka, and I'm just reading it. Gururatmavatam Shasta Shasta Raja Duratmanam Atha Prachanna Papanam Shasta Vaivasvato Yamaha Rishinam Chanadinam Cha Kulanam Cha Mahamanam Prabhavo Nadhigantavyaha Strinam Duscharitasya Cha Dvijati Puja Bhirato Data Jnatishu Charchavi Kshatriyaha Swargabhagra Rajaschiram Palayate Mahim. So now he comes to tell us that Atmavatam Shasta or Guru. So those people who are really bent to listen to the words of wisdom, and at that juncture, a good preceptor is good. A good guru will be able to stabilize the vagaries and fickleness in a seeker. Therefore, Kaha Shasta Atmavatam. If you want to put this sloka into question and answer way, now let's see, man. Kaha Shasta Atmavatam. The answer is Guruhu. Guruhu means Gu Agnanam, difficulty, impediment, etc. Rundhati, tries to remove, tries to stop it. So Guru Buddhya, that's why we have a statement that Atma Buddhi Sukham Chaiva, Guru Buddhir Viseshataha. So if you have your own decisions taken after due consideration, that is safe. But supposing you are unable to reach up the conclusion or decision, then if you go to a guru, he may be appropriately advising you and then really better. That's why Shasta means controller, the ruler, the king. Shasati yaha saha Shasta. And this is Rukaranta Pumlinga. Shasta, Shastarau, Shastaraha. So you have got the Shasanam. From this word only, whatever rules and regulations made by the government or by the ruler, that is called as Shasta or Shastram, and all that comes on the word Sha. Secondly, Duratmanam Shasta Kaha. Suppose wicked people are there, criminals are there, and plunderers are there who are detrimental for the safety and security of the society and people. To them, who is controller? The king, the government, the police department, and vigilance and all that. They are all able to control the Duratmas. Those who have got evil mind. Then how about who is that who can really control you with Prachanna Papanam? If your sins are secret, Prachanna Papanam, then who is the controller? It is Yama. So Yama is a highly disciplined person. So Yama, nobody can disobey him, and he will not disobey his discipline. He will be always executing the same thing. Therefore, Vaivasvato Yamaha, Vivaswan, that is Rama, is able to cover or punish even the secret sins. Prachanna Papa, then Prakasha Papa, and like that, even the sins are also divided into several categories. Public sins, private sins, secret sins, sin against gods, sin against humans. So in Mahanarayana Upanishad, you have a kind of division of the kinds of sin. Deva Krutasyayana so avayajanamasi swaha, Manushya Krutasyayana so avayajanamasi swaha. And in that context, further at the conclusion, it says, Atma Krutasyayana so avayajanamasi swaha. Even you will be doing sin for your own body, for your own soul. You will be cheating. So Atma Vanchana, they call it. So for all that kind of listing of the sins, who is that regulator? Yama Dharmaraja. So why Yamaha is that? And next sloka in 62, we have beautiful idea. What is that? Rishinam, Nadinam, Kulanam, Mahatmanam, Prabhavaha, Nadhigantavyaha, Strinam, Duscharitasya cha. See the greatness of rishis, rivers, river banks, high-souled men, and also a woman's wickedness cannot be assigned at all. Because generally people would be making some visible sins, glaring sins, and which could be detected and determined. But he says that the greatness of rishis we cannot at all ascertain. The greatness of rivers and river banks cannot be ascertained. And also Mahatma's mind and doings cannot be ascertained. Then similarly, the wicked behavior, the cunning behavior, the cheatings done by the woman cannot be ascertained at all. You don't know. Woman may be speaking sweet and may be quite, but she can be a danger. That's why it said, if Nari is comfortable and understanding to us, she becomes a friend to you. If not, she becomes a Mari. She will be the destroyer. So that's why we got Nari, Mari, Bhutva, Ahanatu, Ahave, Rakshasam. So the Nari, the female goddess, became Mari. She became a killer and defeated and killed the enemy in the battle. So here it is like this, the Strinam Duscharitam. So the Duscharita of the woman is unpredictable, and that you cannot at all ascertain. That's what they say. Duradhigantavya na adhigantavyaha na. Adhigantavyaha means to understand. We cannot understand them. So we have to be very careful about these rishis, rivers, river banks, and Mahatmas. Because Mahatma is also difficult. For example, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana is a Mahatma, and Dharmaraja is also Mahatma. But behavior is different. Duryodhana for adharma, Dharmaraja for dharma. Therefore, there is a conflict, but we can't ascertain what ultimately they do like. And in the next 63rd stanza, you see, Dvijati Puja Bhirato Data Gnatishu Charjavi Kshatriya Swargabhag Rajamstiram Palayate Mahim. So again he says, Hey Raja, O Parama, O Dhritarashtra, Dvijati Puja Bhirataha Data Gnateshu Charjavi Kshatriyaha Swargabhag Rajan Chiram Palayate Mahim. It's a beautiful advice to Dhritarashtra given by, because Dhritarashtra has failed to be a good administrator, to be a good promoter of dharma, because he had a lot of partiality or bias towards his first son. Second thing is that, however, whatever it is like, he wants to continue on his chair, Simhasanam, and he doesn't want to lose the chair. So these are all two things that made Dhritarashtra to cannot to lose the land. For example, O king, that fellow who devoted to the worship of the Brahmins, Dvijati is Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriyas. These three caste people are supposed to be Dvijatis because Upanayana Samskara is there. They are called twice born. Twice born. When they are born, they are just ordinary Sudra-like. But when they are given the Upanayana Samskara, then they become really Brahmins. So, Upanayana Samskara is there common to these three caste people. Therefore, one has to have a respect towards these people, more so to the Brahmins. And Data, who is a giver, who is a donor, who has got a pleasant mind to give away whatever extra he has got about. Then third person is Gnati Shucha Arjavi. So he is behaving righteously towards Gnati and the relations. See, among relations, if you have got some kind of love and affection and righteous behavior, then you are really great. Normally, the relationship is always live, but people are given for the jealous. So because of the Asuya, they kill the affection, they murder the affection, and they become detrimental. That's why Gnati is Bandhujana. And Arjavi means trying to show some regard for them and be righteous towards them. And that's what Arjavi. Then Kshatriya Swargabhak, another person, Kshatriya, who is behaving appropriately, who can make himself with his behavior eligible to go to Swargaloka. You know, a Kshatriya, a warrior, is always at benefit. If he does behave well, keep up the dharma, then he will go to Swargaloka. Supposing there's a war, and in the war he is sincere and fights, but loses the life, then he will get Veera Sarga. But Sarga as such is always a guarantee for a Kshatriya. And Chiram Palayate Mahim, only such kind of Kshatriyas who have got that kind of behavioral excellence or noble behavior, they will be able to rule the land forever, for a very long time. You know, Prahalada ruled after Hiranyakashipu's demise or death, and see, visualizing the Rama Narasimhavataram for 1,000 years. Dhruva, like that we have some number of examples where all these people have got regard for Dvajati, who are datas, who are friendly with their relatives, and who is always desirous of rightful destinations. And so they were able to rule land for them. That's why in Telugu, Srinatha says, a beautiful poem, Srinatha Potana, Kare Rajulu Rajyamul Galgare, Garvonnatin Chandare Vareri, Sirimuta po Vanjalire, Bhumipai Perai Nangalade, dash and Sibip Pramukulan. So, were there not kings and kings and kings in the history of life? Kare Rajulu, royal people. Kare Rajulu, Rajyamul Galgare. So did not they rule lands? And Rajyamul Galgare and Vareri, where are those people? Namapi Nasruyate. Nobody knows their names even too. But why? Because they had their garvamun kalgare. So they were having a lot of pride and all their prejudice, but all of them have been submerged. Therefore, Kare Rajulu, Rajamul Galgare, Garvonadin Chandare, Vareri, Sirimuta Gattukanipu, Vanjalire, could they carry with them immense wealth that they acquired? No. Or at least Perainan Galade, is there at least their name registered in the annals of time and life? But great Chakravartis like Sibi Chakravarti, Harishchandra, or Dasaratha Maharaja, etc., their names are immortal. Therefore, a Kshatriya whose behavior is noble, he will be the ruler of the land for a very long time. So, Dvijati Puja Bhirataha, 1, Data, 2, Gnati Shwarjavi, 3, and Kshatriyaha, Sargabhag, and they are the constant people, liked, loved, and appreciated by people. And the 64th sloka is a very important sloka where you understand the value of the earth and also who are able to actually reap the benefits from the earth that we have been. And this sloka has been often quoted by all people. And I'm reading that. Suvarna Pushpam Prithivim Chinvanti Purushastrayaha Surascha Kruta Vidyascha Yascha Janati Sevitum. One can pick it up as a wonderful Subhashitam and advise all youngsters who get easily loss of mood and feel that the whole burden of life fell on them. But here, the Vyasa Maharshi, rather Vidura, is telling what kind is our earth, Bhulokam Hingide, how is that? It is Suvarna Pushpa, full of golden flowers. Full of golden flowers. And Anta gold flowers is the land and who are able to derive benefit from them. Chinvanti Purushastrayaha. There are 3 kinds of people who are able to derive benefit from the earth, which is always full of golden flowers, in a sense that golden opportunities that you can make your life as much comfortable as possible. But there are only 3 kinds of people, according to Vyasa Bhagavan, who would be able to complete it. Shura Kritavidyaha Yascha Janati Sevita. So these 3 people always find life enthusiastic. They never find life dull. And they see always a large number of opportunities and avenues to make themselves happier. So, Shuraha, who is a hero, Kritavidyaha, who has completed his education, or who is a graduate, who has got necessary wisdom and practical knowledge. And most important is, not always you should be trained, military training, martial arts expert, no. Secondly, not always you should study, earn knowledge and all that. But you have got to know. That third variety is Yascha Janati Sevitum. He who knows to Yascha Janati Sevitam. He who knows how to serve people. Seva Dharmaha Paramagahano Yoginam Apyagamyaha. So, Seva Dharmaha Paramagahana Yoginam, 10 minutes lostane. Yoginam Apyagamyaha. So, the Seva Dharma, the righteous behavior, or commitment of service to people is paramagahanaha, very difficult. And that is not easily understandable even for the yoginam, even for the yogins, it is not at all well known. Yoginam apyagamyaha is not even possible for them. Then, similarly, here also, this here said Suvarna Pushpam Murvim. The earth is full of golden flowers, and that would be reaped by only three kinds of people. And one need not go to school, one need not go, but when if he has got the tactics to be able to manage the people from whom they can get more benefits and to please the masters, that kind of ability is one that will make them to gather flowers of gold from the earth. Because earth is called as Ratnagarbha. See, Bhudevi is very great. In Atharva Veda, 12th chapter, we have got a famous Bhu Suktam, contains around 63 Veda mantras. So you understand what Bhuvi cannot give you. And only through, in Bhumi only, by doing sacrifices, you can go to moksha. And now I'm reading 65th one. Buddhischeshtani karmani, buddhisreshtani karmani, bahumadhyani bharata, tani jangha jaganyani, bhara pratyavarani cha. And Duryodhane sakunau, mudha mudhe dusyasane dadha, karne cha aisvarya madhaya, katham tvam bhuti michhasi, savaihi gunaihi uvedascha, pandava bharatarshabha, pitruvatvayi vartante, yeshu vartasva putravatu. So these three slokas are really also powerful. You know, Buddhisreshtani karmani, bahumachyani bharata, tani jangha jaganyani, bhara pratyavarani cha. See, there are acts, those accomplished by intelligence, buddhi sresthani. There are acts which are guided by intelligence. They belong to first category. And the second category people are Bahumachyani Bharata. Those people who use their arms and who use their power, shoulder power. They are second type of people. And Tani Jangha Jaganyani. So those by the thighs and those by bearing the weights upon the head are very worst. So bhara pratyavarani cha, this is the kind. So first, second, third, and the west also given. So here Vidura is trying to categorize the people, how first class, second class, and third class. So in the last line, we have got third class people. And they are worst people because people, Sutani, Janghani, Anyani. Now we go to the next one, 66. Duryodhane Chasekunau, Mudhe, Dusyasane Ratha, Karnau cha Asva Aiswarya, Avidhaya, Katham Tvam Putimichasi. It's a beautiful question asked. You have entrusted everything to these people, Duryodhana, Karna, Dusyasana, and Shakuni. So how can you expect any kind of benefit? Sarvaihi gunaihi upetascha pandavaha bharatarshava pitruvatvaye vartante teshu vartasva putravat. This is a very beautiful statement. So sarvaihi gunaihi upetaha pandavaha bharatarshava pitruvatvai vartante teshu vartas putravat. So see, you have got your brother's children, Pandavas, endowed with all types of good qualities. And you know they are our children only. And Pandavas are like that. But Pitruvatvai vartante, teshu vartasva putravatu. The Pandavas are such nice people to you that they consider you as your father. When they have so much love and affection and regard for you, as much as they showed to a father, how not you consider them as your children, as your sons? That's the exact equation and chart that he puts to Dhritarashtra. So why don't you depend upon Pandavas? They have all necessary virtues. You can repose yourself on your sons, Pandavas, so that you will be safe at this Vrdhapyam. So that was the final advice given by Vidura to Dhritarashtra, saying that these are all the features of a good ruler, good administrator, good manager. And if you do like this, if you follow them, you will be definitely rewarding. And so with this, there will be a conclusion. This is Sriman Mahabharate Udyoga Parvani Prabhakargaru Parvani Vidura Hitavakye Panchatrimsodhyayah. So in the original text, it is Panchatrimsa, 35th chapter of the Prabhakargaru Parva of Sriman Mahabharata and in the Udyoga Parva. So this finishes that particular Prabhakargaru Parva, and the Mahabharata has been divided into Parvas. I just speak. Parva means like sugar cane, where you have got the thick knots, and it is hard for anybody to bite that. So up to knot you can go, again leave the knot or cut the knot, and from there. So this is how it is called as. So here he says that, O bull of Bharata's race, depend on your father. No distinction between this and that. Pandava suffered and your children enjoyed, but it's okay. So like that, he advises, Karna is no good, Vidura, all the Dusyasana no good, they're all having Rajyakanksha. So today we'll conclude, because some guests have come, we conclude our Vidura Neeti session for this month. Next we'll be entering into another Bhadrapada Masam, where more festivals and all come up. But before that, today we have come to the conclusion by Vidura telling Duryodhana. So Duryodhana Shekuni is a Mudha, is a fool. And Dusyasana is Mudha. Duryodhana is a fool. But you just have given all properties list to them. Then how can they be obedient to you? It is a very hard expectation. So don't worry. Like that, it is said here, and then you go. But it is not simply to the king or Rashtra, but it is a universal truth. Om Tat Satu Sarvam Sri Chapranayana Bhavani. Om Tat Satu.
Om Tat Satu.
Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Om Sri Krishna Arpanamastu.
Om Sarvam Sri Matrucharana Ravindar Arpanamastu.
Sarvam Sri Matrucharana Ravindar Arpanamastu.
Om Tat Satu.
Tat Satu.
Very good. So నాకు ఇంకోసారి లింక్ పంపిస్తా బాబు, అది ఈ విధులని ఎక్కడెక్కడైందో. ఫార్వర్డ్ నిద్రనీతి అండ్ రుద్రం కూడా పంపించినా కదా ఒకసారి.
అవును సార్.
ఇంకొకసారి రిపీట్ చేయమా, రెండు మన వెబ్సైట్లో వేయిస్తాను.
సరే సార్, ఓకే.
సో థ్యాంక్ యూ, వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు కంటిన్యూ. రామ్ సార్ వెళ్ళిపోయాడు అమెరికాకి. హలో
హలో,
రామ్ శర్మ గారు ఉన్నారా, వెళ్ళిపోయారా?
ఆయన వెళ్ళిపోయారు.